Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Guild Wars 1 Let's Play. We are here on on the Ritualist because I may have forgot to double check to make sure the audio was working before I posted the last video, which, a little behind the scenes, I normally just do some basic stuff. I normally just tweak some of the volumes in editing, but I haven't had to do that for the past little bit because I've finally got like my settings right, at least in my opinion. I did up the dialogue volume in this video, so hopefully when we get to the cutscenes, see if that helped. I noticed a couple people mentioned it was a little bit low, so I upped that. But normally I will double check in OBS that my mic is working, and then I will watch back the video before I actually post it. I haven't noticed anything wrong with like the last 10, so I didn't bother doing it today. And of course, my OBS settings somehow reset and my mic was reset, so thankfully the Ritualist is at the exact same point in the story that the Paragon was, so we can just do this as if nothing happened. 3 merchant princes of Vabbi summon you to the halls of Chokin. It's best not to keep them waiting. Alright, well, let's go up to the halls of Chokin then. Yeah, my bad everybody, my bad. I even got the video up. I'm trying to get the videos up a little bit earlier in the day, too, just so people have more time to watch them and stuff. Instead of whenever I was getting them up like 8 at night because of my bad sleep schedule. Man, the one day where I actually did okay, I was like, okay, I got the video up a little bit early. I was streaming some Guild Wars 2. Stream link in the description, by the way. We're going to start streaming more often. You're playing a variety of games. You're more than welcome to come and stop by. And I was like, oh, I was also like gonna pull up and start working on the scripting for my broader discussion-ish content I wanted to make. It's about like the state of it, about MMOs in general. And of course the audio bugged for this, so I have to redo it. Thankfully, and all that good discussion that I had in the previous one is now lost, and I have very little clue what I was talking about most of the time. Don't worry though, we still have the fantastic title. So don't you worry. I know some of what I was talking about, especially early on in the video, is I was mentioning about how Vabbi seems a little bit barren of quests to do, at least compared to like... And then I kind of made the observation that Nightfall in general seems a little bit more barren of quests compared to prophecies and factions. But the more I think about it and stuff, Vabbi definitely feels a little bit barren. But I think what it is that the quests are a lot more condensed in specific things in specific areas. Like in Korna, most of the quests come out of like the command zone, or the command zone. That's a Magic the Gathering contest. Actually, is it called the Command Zone? It might be called the Command Zone still. Whatever. The area right outside the Sunspear Sanctuary. That's where most of the quests for the region come from. There's a couple random ones dotted about. There's a couple in Ronjok. There's the Dujerin storyline. Actually, there's quite a bit of them, now that I think about it. So I guess really it is just Vabbi and beyond that the quests seem a little bit less populated. But neither here nor there. Alright, let's get going. Back. And finally got the 3 princes together, so hopefully we can finally get some help from them. What's that over there? You see that up there? I guess it's just like a broken piece of the geometry, but... I'm always sad that we never got the Guild Wars Beyond for Nightfall. I always wonder what it could have been. Like what it would have been about and all that kind of stuff. It would have been really cool to actually get... Considering how much of an improvement, like... So the Guild Wars Beyond content was the Hearts of the North, which is like Gwen's wedding, which is okay, but it's very short. And then it went to... The next one was the War in Kryta, which again is pretty... We're going to do all these later in the series. Was good, but it's a little bit disjointed, a little bit hard to figure out what on earth you're supposed to do. And then eventually they kind of found the stride with the Winds of Change, but they never actually got to the Nightfall one, which is a little sad because I feel like Winds of Change was very well designed, so it would have been cool to see what they would have done with Nightfall. Heck, maybe we would have gotten even new zones in Nightfall. That would have been cool. But anyway, here are the three princes. I thank you all for coming here. Varesh's assaults thus far were merely distractions. They have subsided for now, but she will strike again. According to these texts, the Nightfall is upon us. Varesh will strike against the gods themselves, which means she will start with the Sebacan Basilica. We have no choice. The three of us pledge our fortunes and our forces to the Sun Spears. Varesh must be defeated. Okay, everyone's kind of on board. Messenger of Lyssan. Disappeared in the ally list. And she's running to us from over here. She got, I mentioned this, I remember this part the first time around. She has a interesting kind of unique, like feathery skirt design that I'm not sure we actually see on other NPCs. At least I don't remember seeing that before. As I literally look over here and see one. Okay. Heroes, please, I have a message from Kahani. I am being chased. Oh, Lyssan, save us. Now there's a palace guard going in. The Vabbi commoner is already dead. Okay, pretty easy. Let's go talk to the messenger of Lyssan. I like how I literally say, oh, I don't think I've ever seen this outfit before, and then immediately pan to somebody with the exact same outfit. But anyway, thank Lyssan I found you. I have an urgent message from Kahani. Something terrible has happened at the Grand Court of Sebelkin. Please hurry. Alright, well, back to the Grand Court. Here's General Morgan over here with some Cornins. What are they up to? I don't trust them. Spirit of infuriating heat. Lower your weapons. We are no longer your enemies. An atrocity was committed here. Please allow me to explain. Why is he facing that way? But shouldn't he be facing this way? Oh, also, I remember one thing I made a point about. So, I think... Remember how we just met the princes here in the holdings of Chokin? I always wondered when I was little why this isn't an outpost, because it seems like an area that should be an outpost. And I bet it's because for a whole bunch of quests, that one, the one where you go and find the princes in the hidden city, they actually change what NPCs are located there. And I don't think they actually have the ability to do that if it was actually an outpost. So I think that's why it's an explorable area. Anyway, let's talk to Morgan. The princes were blinded to Varesh's threat by their greed and opulence. I was blinded by loyalty and honor. Lyssan has taught me to look past the illusions in which I encased myself. For the first time in my life, I can see it clear as day. Put down your weapons. I am no longer your enemy. Let me show you what has happened. I'll show you what these old blind eyes were taught to see. For now, General Morgan, you have our peace. Thank you. When we are ready, I'll show you why we fight the same battle. Earlier that day, near the Mayor of Lish.
You must understand. I have known Varesh since she was a child. She was always driven, smart, and strong in her beliefs. When the darkness took her, I remained blind and loyal. Kahani.
Morgan? You've come to rescue us?
What has happened? The temple.
Varesh attacked us. Demons. Everyone dead. Slaughtered.
Uh-oh.
I remained blind until it was too late.
Da, da, da.
What have you done?
I have done what is necessary, old friend, for the good of my God and my land.
You have washed this holy place in blood. You promised to spare my priests.
A small promise easily broken for the greater good.
Look at her weird
You
face
would not
now with those little bumps, kind of mimicking Abaddon's face.
It is too late to stop.
See?
This part of the ritual is complete.
Pretty cool.
The walls of my lord's prison are being torn away, and torment is swallowing the world.
I will stop you myself.
You are badly outnumbered, old friend.
My men.
More blood for my rituals.
Dun dun dun.
He escapes. Let him go. He is broken. We are needed elsewhere. Leave the blasphemy here to rot this world. Nightfall is at hand.
Dun dun dun. Alright. So, yep. Varesh is evil. Well, we knew she was evil, but if you see, like, with her face, there's a thing that happens all throughout the story where she slowly gets, as she gets more and more corrupted by Abaddon, she gets more and more features that kind of resemble him. Pretty cool. I think her eye color even changes from the beginning, but I might not be right about that. So let's talk to Head Priest. Nightfall is nigh. Varesh stormed in and started slaughtering everyone while you were busy with the princess. She left behind a great demon and is atop the temple. Alright, one thing I'm going to do real quick, just so I can prove it to y'all. Oops. You see this? This is the dialogue volume, right? This should be what controls that dialogue. I'm going to crank it up a bit. I have a feeling it's just because General Morgan talks really softly, but just so you know, I'm turning it up even more, and let's see if that fixes this. Because he is really quiet for some reason. We're ready to purge the demons from the temple. We are ready. Thankfully, this is a short mission. So, this is a capture and hold, more or less, style mission. Essentially, there's this thing in the center. That is this altar in the middle. And there's a NPC that will periodically spawn around the sides and then run in and try to capture the altar. We're almost out of time. We must stop the blasphemy from claiming the altar of Lyssan, all will be lost. We must close the torment rift so the blasphemy will return even after we defeat it. Yeah, so essentially there's going to be a, for lack of a better term, a mini boss that keeps spawning and running towards that central altar to try to cap it. And you have to essentially cap the three things on the side before he does that. So, to send the rest of them back while me and just two of the guys cap this just to make it quicker. There he is, the blasphemy. So essentially you have to kill this guy before he gets to the middle and channels his skill a couple times and resets resummons these rifts, or caps the actual thing in the middle and just wins. So there we go. We capped it once. So the general way to do this, or the general way I would recommend doing it, is you just want to catch the blasphemy as he spawns, kill him real quick, and then you can drag the little guys he spawns to the next area with you if you want. Cleric dies. And your heroes, normally, depending on what they are, what your heroes are, they should be able to finish it off rather quickly. Ooh, green die. So same thing here. I'm going to send most of the party back there. But I'm going to keep 2 people. See how he gets that Summon Torment skill? So essentially if he gets that off too many times, he'll reopen the Torment Rifts. So we have to stop that by just making sure we kill everything. I always thought he spawned like clockwise. Like he would spawn from here, then here, then here. But he always seems to spawn from this one. So I think what happens is he spawns from this one. He has to spawn from an open one. So as long as you kill or close the next one in the pattern, I think he's stuck spawning from the same one. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but that feels like what it is. Alright, let's recapture this one. Or capture this one, excuse me. And we should be done. A very, very short mission if you know what you're doing. Or if you have the damage to really push through. That should be all. Right? Yeah, there we go. Shortly afterward, you're the Mirror of Lys.
The beast is dead.
But its mistress still lives. She goes to finish the spell.
Where is she going?
Into the desolation. To the mouth of torment.
Oh boy, what an ominous name.
She seeks to unleash her dark god on the world.
Then we will go after her.
I would like to join you in your hunt.
No, that's impossible.
Huh?
Please. My blind...
At least face him.
my nation, my faith, and my soul. I must help to stop her.
I understand, but no.
Yes.
Talcora?
You and your friends took me in and taught me to be a hero. You gave me the chance to do the right thing. Can we deny him the same chance?
You are right, Talcora. General Morgan.
I am a general no longer. Only a man.
Morgan, then. You may come with us. You shall have your chance to redeem yourself.
Yay!
You will not regret it.
We'll see about that.
I like how it's the end of the world and we're still refusing help. Like, listen, at this point, I'll take help from a freaking scale if it wants to help. Dang, she got like a 10 head.
Dead. Morgan was more resourceful than I thought.
We should go back and slay them all.
No. Abaddon calls me. I can feel
You think
him
she
call
needs
me.
3 pillows for that much forehead?
Is wounded and will be swallowed.
I don't think one is tall enough.
With Abaddon's blessing, we shall cross the sulphurous wastes and return the dark god to his throne.
The sulphurous wastes.
Abaddon.
Hail, almighty Abaddon. This world will be yours.
Alright. So next we have to go to the Desolation. It looks great. As nightfall stretches across the Lona, the Sunspears must pursue Varesh into the wastes of the Desolation. Dun, dun, dun! Anyway. We're going to figure out how on earth we're going to do that in the next episode. But I want to thank you all for coming out. I hope you have a great day. We will see you in the next one. I apologize for the missing audio on the first version of this, but it shouldn't be an issue for most of you watching this later. But thank you anyway, and have a great day.